Say family, this your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, in faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To my Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. I want to talk to the young people. I want you to look at this image on the screen. This is how a lot of young black men, you leave your mother. And if you have your father in your life, you leave your mother and your father in tears. A lot of young people, they are dying. They out here killing. They out here selling drugs and doing all manner of things. But it's okay to live. You only get one life, and you should cherish that life. A lot of young people are ended up in caskets and being buried, never to return. While you leave your mother crying over your body, while you leave your mother in pain for the rest of her life, weeping and mourning for you, crying for her baby who should never return. Now I want to show you an image. I'm gonna open up my window and I want to show the young people this. This is how many of you leave your mothers and your fathers. Let me move this. This is how many of you, if you continue to live the way you live, this is how you're going to end up. His mother is touching him, but he can't feel it. His mother is weeping for him, but he cannot hear her. He's gone, never to return. A young life is gone, never to return. And there's from this image, his father, if that is his father, is also in his life, if that's his father. And he's also weeping with the mother. Now, the reason why I did this live is because I want to give young people a rundown. I'm going to leave this image up for a few more minutes. Young people. I had a cousin. His name was Carton. He was 21 years old. He was shot dead. Bullets hit him multiple times. So many bullets that when we went to the funeral, they had to put a hat over his head to cover the bullet wounds. 21 years old, young people. Young people. I had a friend. His name was Lee. Wrong place at the wrong time. Somebody drive by. Open fire. Lee is dead. Young people. I had another friend. Shot 5 times, young people. Out there at the wrong place at the wrong time. And then my other cousin, young people, sitting in his car, blocked in and shot dead multiple times, young people. And then I get a devastating call this morning that one of my friends, little brother, just got shot in the head. Young people, it's okay to live. You only get one life. What you doing is acting out what rappers tell you they doing their music. What you doing is acting out what you see in movies. You are acting out what rappers saying they rap lyrics, and you also are acting out things you see in movies. It's okay to live. You only get one life. Cherish that life while you have time. Because when you gone, you are gone. Y'all out here killing and shooting, and guess what? The way you living, it will come knocking at your doorstep. It will come knocking at your doorstep. It was said that my friend little brother was in the home and they believe it was some type of setup. A guy come in and shoot him in the head. He's gone, family. Now they got to prepare for a funeral. Now the mother is devastated. Let me go back to this image. Do you see this? This is how many of you leave your mothers. Weeping, man, and crying. What these rappers tell you in their lyrics, show me a rapper that go out there doing what he say he doing his lyrics. Show me a rapper that's doing what he say in his lyrics. They got guns in their videos. They say they'll do this and do that, but they don't do that in real life. All rappers are characters, actors. What you see in the movie, they acting. But then y'all take it and go do it in real life. Not knowing that in the movie when they die, they not dying for real. But what you doing in the streets, you actually dying. You actually been put in a casket. You actually being buried 6 feet deep, never to return. A lot of young people today in this generation, they don't like authority. They don't like to listen to their parents. Nobody can tell them nothing. All they want to do is listen to these rap lyrics that these rappers is rapping about, but they not doing that in real life. All I'm trying to do is just put a message out there through God's word to let you know that how you live is how you die. If you out there shooting people, eventually somebody gonna get you. If you out there bragging about catching bodies, if you out there bragging about how you on demon time, them demons gonna come knocking at your doorstep. And when your time come, it will come. Because you reap what you sow. If you out there killing, guarantee you will be killed. If you out there bragging about killing, somebody's gonna pull your coattail. If you claiming to be a gangster and a thug, somebody's really gonna pull your coattail. You actually have people who really live these lives. So when you see these rap videos, when you see these movies, and you imitate what rappers are doing in their rap lyrics, because while they telling you to kill and sell drugs, they kids going to college. They kids getting degrees. They kids starting businesses. That's why it's up to the parents. While your children are young, you got to guard their ears and their eyes from what they see. Because if you don't, guess who's going to raise your children? Rappers, actors. Like I said before, everything that y'all doing have already been done. A lot of us who was raised in the 80s, the things we saw with our eyes, it's nothing to brag about. It's nothing to brag about what y'all doing at all. That stuff causes PTSD. That stuff causes trauma. So that's how I know that y'all acting. Putting on for the gram, putting on for social media, toting guns and telling on yourself. That's what y'all doing. Don't you know young rappers been dropping like flies? Every time I turn on the internet or something, another young rapper dead. Another young rapper got shot. And the reason why, because y'all on demon time, right? Well, hey, God letting Satan collect. Satan knocking at the door. He trying to take as many of you as he can. And he doing a hell of a job. And a lot of your parents, they didn't did all they can do with you. You still rebellious. You don't listen. So now mama just threw her hands up in the air and said, hey, you won't listen to me? You gonna disrespect me? And now y'all shorten your days because you don't listen to your mama. You don't listen to your daddy. I just came up in here to say this. What y'all doing in these streets is gonna catch up with you. So if you killing, you're gonna die the same way what you doing. And you're gonna leave your mama crying. You're gonna leave her weeping for you all the days of the rest of her life. Because the caskets are getting smaller and smaller. They're not for grown folk no more. They for children. The parents is outliving the children. Where they do that at? I thought the kids supposed to bury the parents, not the parents burying the kids. A lot of your children are dying at 15, 14, 18, 20, 21. A lot of them not even living to be 25. They dying before they can even graduate. You're dying before the mama can even see you go to prom. Dying before she can even be a grandmother or your father can be a grandpa. You dying before that. But you have those of us who are trying to let you know that how you living is not right. And we trying to tell you to walk in righteousness, but you say, man, I ain't got time for that, man. I got to keep this gun on me. If somebody try to give me, man, look, if you out there putting negative energy out there, negative energy gonna come to you. If you around positivity, positivity gonna come to you. So why y'all like just like my sister Weezy, y'all murdered this woman brother and then bragged about how you caught a body. And bro, you wasn't nothing but 20 years old, 21 years old, bragging about killing this woman's brother, man. Y'all took her brother truck. And Weezy is one of my sisters who I talked to. But y'all murdered her brother, bragged about killing this man, took this man's truck, and then said you caught a body. But guess what? Now you in prison. Now you gonna be behind walls crying. Cause you only 21, man. They gonna handle you, boy. You a baby in prison with murderers and grown men who gonna handle you, take advantage of you. What can you do against a man who been in prison and never getting out? You think they gonna kill you 21? Parents, raise your babies while they're young and instill the word of God in your babies while they're young. Because once they get 18 and 19, they don't want to hear God's word. They want to be out there with their friends. So you got to equip them while they're young. Because if you don't, ain't no telling what your babies will be doing. And then that's gonna leave you up late at night, worrying, crying, what your baby doing out there in them streets. Then you get that knock on the door. Ma'am, is your name Betty? We hate to inform you, Miss Betty, that we found a body and this ID was on the body and we wanted to know, is this your son? And she look at the ID and it's her son. And she get to screaming and hollering. This is what y'all doing to y'all mamas. This is what you doing to your daddies. You are leaving them to mourn you because of your decision making. Put the guns down. Unless somebody is trying to harm you and you have no choice but to defend your life. But to just be out here just killing and robbing, no, y'all got it wrong. Y'all got it backwards. A lot of my friends done died. A lot of my friends done been shot up. A lot of my friends that been at the wrong place at the wrong time and they ain't never coming back. I got friends I grew up with, man, they dead, family. But God still got me here because I had a praying mother. I had a mother who was on her knees, man, who instilled in me to have faith in God. Even though I was a knucklehead, I still remained faithful and always knew in the back of my mind that God was real. Never denied this man. I never did anything that was vicious to my own brothers because I couldn't see myself pulling no trigger on another black man. But these young boys today, they don't got no regard for life. They don't look at his brother as his brother. He look at him as an op, as his enemy. And now they out here shedding blood on each other, man. And they laugh about it. And now they peeing on their op's grave. Like the guy in Chicago, you went and peed on somebody's grave and you recorded it on video. And they came and shot your 6-year-old baby up. Well, however, they hit her 6 times, but I don't know how old the baby was. I think she was, what, 10? You got your baby shot 6 times for your decision making. You peed on somebody's grave and bragged and boasted about it. And you got your baby shot and killed. When the Bible said that women are bringing forth monstrous children, he meant that. God meant that. The women are bringing forth monstrous children who don't even regard the elderly. They don't regard women who walking down the street with babies. Don't you know how many stories I keep hearing about children being shot by bullets coming through the house, hitting babies while they sleeping in their bed? Back in the day when I was coming up, if you had a problem with somebody, you went to that person. You ain't go shoot the mama and the daddy and the little babies. No, y'all got it wrong. Because if you live in that life, you can't complain with what come with it. You can't be complaining of the consequences that come with it. Now, if you can't get the op, you go shoot the baby. And if you can't get the op, you go shoot the woman pregnant with the baby. Young folk, you only get one life. Cherish that one life. You better seek God while you young. Because when you get old and decrepit, then you want to turn to God. It's too late, man. Serve him while you in your full power. Serve him while you have your strength in you. A lot of y'all want to wait till you're paralyzed. Sometimes God got to use drastic measures to wake up young folk. So that's why you see a lot of young folk, when they get shot, they live, but they paralyzed. They live, but they got a dookie bag on them. Now you got a colostomy bag. Now you got to eat through a tube. And then now you're crying. And it's something I noticed about you youngsters. After you do a murder, once you get caught, you cry. That let me know you not no gangster. You putting on for the gram, for social media. The rappers are telling y'all to go do this in the streets, but they sending their kids to universities. Go show me a rapper's son right now that's living a thug life. Go show me a rapper's son right now who catching bodies. He not doing what his daddy doing the rap songs. His daddy telling him, son, you go to college. You start a business, you get your degree. But they telling your kids to kill, to sell dope, to rob, to steal. And they doing it. And they doing it. All y'all who just coming in, I was in here chilling and received some devastating news. My partner hit me up early in the morning and told me that one of our partner's brother got shot in the head. 29 years old. Shot in the head. He gone. He gone. And now they talking about what they might do. But I had to tell him that, man, you tell him don't get caught up in that, man. Fall back from that. Because now you're going to throw your life away if you go retaliate. Shot in the head at 29 years old. I always like to use this story of my little cousin, 21 years old, for you young people out there. My little cousin was 21. We was at a funeral. I looked my little cousin in the eye. I said, man, how everything going? How you been? He looked at me, man, I'm good, man. Everything good, big cuzzo. I said, hey, you need anything, you holler at me. I get a phone call late, wee hours in the morning. Man, I hate them phone calls wee hours in the morning, man. I hate answering the phone. And a lot of times I refuse to answer the phone when it's wee hours in the morning. I just let the phone ring because I don't like those type of calls. But I get the call wee hours in the morning. My same little cousin I was just sitting by at the funeral, shot multiple times. Couple of them in the head. They try to save him, young folk. As they put the blood in his body, it was falling to the floor, young folk. Young folk. They tried to save my little cousin. He was 21, young folk. They put the blood in his body, but it kept running out, young folk. And he died, 21 years old. They had to put a hat over his skull so they wouldn't see the bullet wounds, young folk. Young folk, they had to put a hat over my cousin's face so you couldn't see the bullet wounds, young folk. What I'm saying this for, so you can know that as we looked at my cousin in that casket, ain't no waking up from that. Ain't no talking no more. You can't hear nothing no more. You can't hear the weeping. It's over. Now it's time to close the casket and put that person 6 feet deep in the ground. A lot of parents, you doing all you can do, man. You doing all you can do. But your children just rebellious. They don't listen. And it's leaving mothers and fathers to bury children. Kids killing kids and mother are burying kids. Kids killing kids and mothers are burying kids. Don't nobody go to no funeral parlor or no funeral home to pick out no casket for no grown folk no more. All the caskets I see are small for the short leggers. As Moshe Ben say, for the short leggers. Go show me where parents are dying before their children. Man, children are dying before their parents. When they doing the autopsy, it's over a baby's body. When they cut, man, dog, can you imagine they cutting open babies' bodies, taking all the organs out and giving them to the elite? Oh yeah, absolutely. Giving them to the elite. What you doing is making this easy for the enemy. He just sit back and he just watching black folk, young black folk just murder young black folk. And they just sitting at that round table and they saying, boy, they making this easy for us. They so dumb, they just killing each other off. That's why you got to raise your children in the way that they should go. Israelites, mothers and fathers. Israelite mothers and fathers, you got to raise your children in the way that they should go. You got to instill them with the word of God. Now, you're going to have people say, man, that word, that Bible don't work, man. We've been praying to God for centuries and years, man. He ain't doing nothing for us. That's a person that's dealing with folly. I'll walk away from that type of person because if it has not been for God, we'll be dead. We have enemies on all fronts. We have the nations to worry about. And then within the communities of where black people live at, you got to worry about the youngsters. So now grandma can't sit on the porch no more. The girl that's pregnant with the baby pulling a stroller, she can't walk down the street no more because a bullet might hit her because you shooting at the op, but you missed the op and hit the baby or hit the pregnant woman or hit grandma sitting on the porch. All I'm trying to do is plant a seed. So somebody young might come across this and say, you know what? You're right, bro. You're right. We are imitating these rap lyrics. We are imitating these movies. But like I said before, when they die in the movies, they get right back up and go live their life. But you trying to live a movie, but once you die, you don't get back up. You trying to act out rap lyrics, but rappers don't act out their own lyrics. Show me a rapper that's committing homicides. They say it in their music, but show me where they committing homicides. 50 Cent always talked about killing in his music. Who have 50 Cent killed? 50 Cent making money. But he used to talk about a lot of gun toting in his videos. That man ain't killed nobody, man. All rappers are characters, family. No different than an actor. When you watch Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, they was acting, man. Now, don't get me wrong. It's real life what we go through. But that don't mean you young folk go pick up guns and start acting out the scenes of the movie. I'm going to read that Luke 23. I'm going to read that Luke 23. I told my partner to tell our other partner to fall back, bro. Don't retaliate. You're going to throw your whole life away. And the family that depend on you, your woman and your children, you're going to throw all that away for people that depend on you. Don't retaliate. Let it go, bro. Let it go. But my partner was like, man, hey, you know he not trying to hear that. This is Luke chapter 23. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 27 and 28. And it reads, and there followed him a great company of people and of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. But Jesus turning unto them said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. Did you hear that, family? Mothers are weeping for their children as I speak. Some child did not go home last night. Some child is missing. Don't you know bodies been coming up missing? They just found a brother that they've been looking for in the river. You know his organs gone, right? There been a lot of young sisters coming up missing. Organs gone. But what we doing? Everybody putting on for the gram. Everybody caught up on social media. While the children are missing, black children killing each other, and all these so-called black leaders have not gathered together to see how they can stop what these children doing. There's no programs, no jobs for these children, nothing. So now they activities is shooting guns. They're not even teaching them how to shoot the gun rightfully to protect themselves. They just got the guns and killing each other with the guns. No social programs. Not like it was when I was in school. They taught us wood shop. I forgot that other thing they used to have in school where they a homemade, where they teach you how to cook. They had the coding, all that stuff that Kwame Brown talk about used to be in school, but now they took away from the school. So what do these kids have to do, man? You can't put all the blame on the children, man. We got all this money, $1 trillion spending power, and where are the institutions for the children? All your billionaires that you worship and praise, the Oprah Winfrey's. Now, Oprah Winfrey went and built a school in Africa, which I'm not against, because a lot of our people are in Africa. So I'm not against Oprah using her money to go to Africa. But Oprah, you also have black people here and children that you could have built a school for them here and in Africa. I mean, you got enough money. But you didn't want to build a school here because you know your white zaddies is not going to let you empower children through education, through coding, through science. They're not going to let y'all use y'all money to empower black people. So you had to go build a school in Africa and use your money. Why you didn't build a school here? Why there's no jobs in these urban areas for these children so they can get off the street, so you can change their mentality from negativity to positivity? All this money black people got, they boasting and bragging, and y'all worship these people, man. On my life, if Jay-Z was in my presence, man, I'd look at Jay-Z not as a inspiration, but as a disappointment. That not just him though. All these so-called rappers who then talked about how they sold dope and did this. And everybody in worship Jay-Z, they worship Beyonce. They worship all these celebrities and entertainers. What are y'all worshiping these people for, man? What have they done that they deserve praise and worship? I'm just asking. If black people have $1 trillion of spending power and we be buying all the Gucci and Burberry, I mean just all the Gentiles merchandise. Where's the schools at and the hospitals? Where's the institutions for the children? I don't put my stock in no celebrity. They are mere mortal men and women just like us. The only difference between us and them, they done sold themselves cheap for what they got. We don't need a celebrity to do nothing for us, family. But I'm just saying, though, the way they be talking about black people and helping black people, man, I ain't seen nothing. What have you seen? And then you got all these politicians who want black people to vote for them, but once they get in office, they don't do nothing for black people. What laws have been passed to protect children? Just one law. What laws have been passed to protect babies? Just one law. But they sure passed laws about how women can get abortions. They passed laws about that. But there's no laws to protect children, man. All these babies dying and nobody's saying nothing. Al Sharpton went down there to Del Rio, Texas. Al Sharpton went down there to Del Rio, Texas, and he always got to put his nose just to get a photo op. Man, you ain't gonna do nothing, bruh. How long you been a so-called leader? All you do is take paychecks from corporate America and you threaten them about, hey, if you don't do this and that, I'll just tell my black people not to support you. And they give you a paycheck because a lot of black people believe in you, Al Sharpton. But, man, you ain't did nothing for black people. With all the so-called power you got, you have not changed no laws to protect children. Y'all pick and choose the stories, man, in the media that you know gonna bring you money. Breonna Taylor's story brought y'all money. George Floyd's story brought y'all money. But I have not seen no worldwide talk about children. You know why? Because y'all the boule. So I don't look for you. I'm just saying, I mean, this y'all words, what y'all say, y'all for black people. But I know you a boule Negro. You a coon. I got no love for coons, man. These are not my leaders. Israel, we are all leaders, family. We don't need no leader. Yahshua is our leader, man. And we can gather together as a nation like the Bible says. We don't need no one man over us, man, trying to rule over the nation of Israel. That's Christ's job. He's the only one man that I'm going to listen to as far as when it comes to rulership and who has the authority and who can dictate what I'm supposed to be doing. That's Yahshua's job. But a mere mortal man, man, I'm not listening to you, bruh. I don't listen to no celebrity, no Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, no sellout preacher. I don't listen to these people, man. They are not my leaders. I don't listen to them. I listen to Yahshua and what his words say, man. We all are leaders in our own right. You just got to find your purpose and what the Lord have you to do in this walk. And you need to do it with all your might and all your strength. Do it to the best of your ability. Give the Lord your best. Don't come into the truth, man, and be lazy. Be dedicated, man. Be dedicated what you doing, man. Let your fire burn. This is not the time, man, to fall back, man. This is the time to stand 10 toes down, family. You better stand for what you believe in. And don't let nobody knock you off your square. Don't let nobody knock you off your square. If you got 100,000 people surrounding you, just talking crazy and yelling, what you gonna be afraid for? Man, you got the Lord of Sabaoth behind you and you sitting up here afraid. Man, I'll go in a room in front of 100,000 and speak truth. And I wouldn't care what they say. I don't care if they throw apples at me, tomatoes, bananas. I wouldn't care, family. Because I believe what I stand for is the truth. And this Bible is the truth. And I'm bold for the Lord, man. Somebody got to stand for him. And you got many Israelites, we standing strong, man, 10 toes down. And we trying to wake up the young people, but they won't listen. All we can do is plant a seed and keep it moving. Because I already told your mama what she should do to you. All young people who rebellious and hard-headed, your mama should go put your behind in a casket. They should close that casket and lock it and leave you in there for about a week. I bet you'll get it together then. I bet you'll get it together then. These kids want to be rebellious, just take them down there and get them locked up. Send them to a boys' home. I bet they'll get it together then. Oh, no, mama. Oh, mama, please don't leave me. Oh, that's when you look at them tears coming out now. But at first you were big and bad on your mama. Disrespecting your mama, putting your hands on your mama. But boy, if your mama just take your behind down there, put your behind in one of them caskets, leave your behind in there, lock it with a key. Oh, yeah. You'll be crying. You'll be whining and weeping. Oh, mama, let me out. Oh, mama, open the car. I'm going to do better, mama. Why do we have to go to drastic measures for you kids to understand? Why you got to get shot? Why you got to get paralyzed? Why you got to have a colostomy bag for you to say, yeah, man, I'm going to leave the street light alone? You better wake up now while you got both of your legs. You better wake up now while your spinal cord is intact. You better wake up now while you can move both of your arms. Because some people are not that fortunate, man. Some people are paralyzed. Some people are paralyzed, man, and can't move no more. But you still got all your faculties. You got your legs and your arms and you ungrateful. You use your arms and your legs to commit murder. That's all I got to say, fam. That's all I got to say. I did this live, man, because I received a devastating call, fam. I done already told you young people about all my friends who done been shot. I done ran down the list. They gone, never to return. They gone, never to return. So while you bragging on this lifestyle, if you really saw something with your eyes, it caused PTSD. It causes trauma. I'm traumatized from what my past has allowed me to see. It's nothing to brag on, man. It traumatizes you. You got to live with the trauma. Somebody sneak up behind you, you jumping. Somebody go, boo, you jumping. That's trauma, man. That's trauma. So young people, I say this. You better wake up before it's too late and you better cherish your life because you only get one. Why would you die before your time? Why would you leave your mama weeping like that? Or your father? You're not a gangster. You're not a thug. You acting, man. You acting. Because real gangsters and thugs don't brag and boast about what they do. They just do. You an imitator. You acting out lyrics. You acting out movie scenes. So get your education, man. Find you a trade. Do something righteous with your life while you have the time, man. Because too many of you are dying before you can make 21. Man, the age getting younger. Now it's 13 and 12. You got babies committing suicide now. Where they do that at? When I was coming up, man, wasn't no kids committing no suicide, man. Wasn't no kids killing themselves. Now you got babies committing suicide. Man, I'm talking about little bitty girls, 8 and 9, committing suicide. What is going on, man? We know that Satan gonna do his job, but you gonna make it easy for him? We know Satan doing his job, but is you gonna make it easy for him? We making it too easy for Hashatan, man. Too easy for Hashatan. Look, family, mothers and fathers, I'm holding up the Bible in my hand. Teach your children what thus said the Lord, man. Raise your child in the way that they should go and instill the commandments of Yahshua HaMashiach and the Father. Instill principles, life lessons. Read Proverbs to them, Ecclesiastes, man. Hear the instructions of your father and your mother. Regard discretion, young man and young woman. Because a lot of y'all are very rebellious, very disrespectful. You hate authority. And you refuse to listen. So because many of you refuse to listen, many of you are dropping dead. This is 2021, man. I done seen more young people die than I ever seen in my life, man. They are dropping dead, family. Just let me know, man, that the Lord is not playing, family. The Lord told you if we reject his knowledge, he's going to reject us and our children. So many of our children don't have no hedge of protection. And without that hedge of protection, the devil is knocking at the door. The devil is having a field day with the youth. He laughing at the youth, man. He's slaughtering the youth. And he laughing because he collecting souls. Don't think you too young to go to hell, young person. If you're at the age of 20, you understand what you're doing. God say from 20 years old and upward, that let me know how old he hold a man accountable for his actions. He say 20 years old and upward. So all y'all who 20 and 21 and 22 and so forth and so on, you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. So while you committing murders, somebody coming, knocking at your window, putting bullet holes through your window because you just killed somebody. A dude was murdered on live, man, blood running all out the man's nose, man. They asking the dude, where you at? He trying to muster up a breath to say where he at and died on live. Do y'all hear me? This man died on live. Dude came with a Draco and, man, lit that man up, man. Bullets all in the man's neck. Just blood just coming out his mouth and nose. They doing this in real time, family. They murdering on live. They murdering on live. As you look at this image before I shut it down, this is how many of you are leaving your mothers with tears running down her face. Many of you are leaving your mothers with tears running down her face. Why? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? The op you just killed, is it worth it? Now you left his mama crying. So then when somebody kill you, they're going to leave your mama crying. And it's a never-ending cycle. What y'all see in Chicago? The devil having a field day, man. What y'all see in majority of all cities in America, the devil having a field day, man. And not every young black person is killing. Not every black person want to live that lifestyle. I'm talking to the ones that is living that lifestyle and bragging about it. It's nothing to brag on, man. Where your big homies at? Where the big homies in the city who's telling you I done been there and done that? When I was coming up, all the dope boys told us, don't ever let me see you out here doing what you see us doing. They didn't tell us to do it. They told us, don't ever let me see you out here doing what you see us doing, or I'm going to tell your mama. Just like that. Just like that. And we looked up to these people, man. But guess what they used to tell us? Don't glorify what you see me doing. What I'm doing, man, don't ever let me see you doing this. This is not the way, man. I'm taking penitentiary chances. One of my cousins right now, he received 55 years. Another one of my cousins in there for 45 years. They try to get another one of my cousins 99 years. They used to always tell me, man, don't ever let me see you doing this. All my kin folks done been in prison, man. So what you think God was showing me in that? Why you think God traumatized me with all this, what he allowed me to see? Guess what he was doing? Go ahead, Negro, and try to do what you see them doing and watch what happens. You're going to end up dead, or I'm sending you behind the prison. So go ahead. Come on. And that shook me, man. That shook me. I ain't lying to you. That shook your brother K. Judah. I was terrified watching all my cousins go to jail, man. Never see them again until like years later. I'm talking about, man, I'm 40 years old, man. Some of my kinfolk just got out of prison. And I'm 40, man. When they went in, I was a young boy. I'm 40, man. They looking at me like, man, boy, you didn't grow up into a man. Yeah, Negro, you been in prison. Time waits for no one, family. Time waits for no one, family. Why you gonna throw half of your life away? You gonna go to prison, then you ain't gonna get out until you're 67 years old. 70 years old, man. What life is there left for you? Live your life in righteousness while you have the time. Listen to mama. Listen to daddy. Listen to the instructions, what they telling you, man. Mama and daddy not going to guide you wrong, but the streets going to guide you wrong. Unless they telling you what they used to tell us. Them boys wasn't playing when they told us, man, don't let me see you out here. Them boys was for real. And they used to tell us, man, I'm going to put hands on you, and I'm going to tell your mama if I see you out here doing any of this. Man, we used to say yes, sir, and no, sir, to the dope boys. Do you hear me? We used to say yes, sir, and no, sir, to the drug dealer, man. Because it was all a form of respect. Not respecting what they was doing, but respecting the fact that they was willing to tell us the truth. Don't do this. I'm gone, family. I love y'all with the pure heart, man. I want to bid y'all Godspeed, man. And all the mothers and fathers of the Israelites worldwide. And if you're not an Israelite or do not know the truth of your nationality, if you're a Christian, still teach your children the values of the Bible from the understanding that you have now until the truth do come knocking at your doorstep. You don't have to be an Israelite to teach your children what's right and wrong. You don't have to be in religion, period, to teach your children what's right and wrong. Just teach them what's right and wrong. Because please believe before I go. If you don't teach your babies in the way that they should go according to God, he would not protect your babies. See, I used to believe that God would protect children no matter what, but I have been woefully misinformed. When I read that I'm going to forsake your children because you have forsaken me, that is scary. That is scary. Because that means your children have no protection on them. So anything can happen at any given time. So family, keep your eyes open. Stay woke or fall for anything, family. Salute.
Yeah. Give a little more, y'all. Give a little more, y'all. That ain't all that you is. That ain't all you gonna be. That ain't all you gonna know. That ain't all you gonna see. That ain't all you gon' give. That ain't all you gon' take. That ain't all you gon' fix. That ain't all you gon' break. That ain't all you gon' kiss. That ain't all you gon' hug. That ain't all you gon' trust. That ain't all you gon' love. No, we all gotta pray a little more. Each and every day a little more. So I had bad days before. Know I'm gon' face some more. So I had a walk with God. I had a talk with God. He said, even when it get hard, it'll be not a problem. No, we all gotta pray a little more. Each and every day a little more. So I had bad days before. Know I'm gon' face some more. So I had a walk with God. I had a talk with God. He said, even when it get hard, it'll be not a problem. No, we all gotta pray a little more. Each and every day a little more. So I had bad days before. Know I'm gon' face some more. That ain't all you gon' do. That ain't all you gon' say. That ain't all that's true. That ain't all that's play. That ain't all you gon' feel. That ain't all you gon' understand. That ain't all you gon' have fast. That ain't all you gon' underhand. That ain't all you gon' hope. That ain't all you gon' wish. That ain't all you gon' remember. That ain't all you gon' miss. That ain't all you gon' lose. That ain't all you gon' gain. That ain't all you gon' pull. That ain't all you gon' strain. That ain't all you gon' kiss. That ain't all you gon' hug. That ain't all you gon' trust. That ain't all you gon' love. No, we all gotta pray a little more. Each and every day a little more. So I had bad days before. Know I'm gon' face some more. So I had a walk with God. I had a talk with God. He said, even when it get hard, it'll be not a problem. No, we all gotta pray a little more. Each and every day a little more. So I had bad days before. Know I'm gon' face some more. So I had a walk with God. I had a talk with God. He said, even when it get hard, it'll be not a problem. No, we all gotta pray a little more. Each and every day a little more. So I had bad days before. Know I'm gon' face some more. That ain't all you gon' feel. That ain't all you gon' touch. That ain't all you gon' know. That ain't all you gon' love. No, we all gotta pray a little more. Each and every day a little more. So I had bad days before. Know I'm gon' face some more. So I had a walk with God. I had a talk with God. He said, even when it get hard, it'll be not a problem. We all gotta pray a little more. Each and every day a little more. So I had bad days before. Know I'm gon' face some more. So
O Most High Yah, the Father of all spirit and flesh, in faith in Yahshua HaMashiach, do we glorify you and honor you. You only is our help, and our buckler and our shield, and under your wings will we hide ourselves. We are calling upon you in this hour to hear the prayers and cries of the children of Israel. Many are weeping. We are sorrowful, and we are also repenting of the sins of our fathers. And we are also repenting of the sins that we have committed today. Bend down thy ear and consider the apple of your eye. That yes, we have sinned. We have been stiff-necked. We have been rebellious. But you don't see us as we see ourselves. You see us with love and compassion and peace. And you want to deliver us. But one thing I have learned about you from reading your word, you would not deliver filth or an abomination. You are looking for a people without a spot or a wrinkle. And we trying, Father, we trying in faith in your son to get it right. We trying, this flesh is trying to kill us every day. We got enemies on all fronts. Yahshua HaMashiach. We got to worry about our own people. We got to worry about the enemy. We got to worry about all nations as a whole. So can you give us some breathing room that we may call upon thee in spirit and in truth? Can you consider the children and the babies and the little ones who only trying to sleep in their bed? when bullets come flying through the walls and killing one of your little ones, because these are your children that you have given to us. Protect the babies laying in the crib when the bullet go flying through the wall and hit the baby in the crib. Protect the homes of children and babies and mothers and fathers. Do not let the devil get an advantage. Because we know, Father, nothing is impossible with you. So I ask this in faith in your only begotten Son, Yahshua HaMashiach, that you may hear the prayer of your servant and the cry of your people of Israel, and consider our cause and bend down thy ear to our cry. And your brother K. Judah, when I say, Shalom.